Welcome friends to another Dune video. Today we look at the Spice Melange from the Dune Encyclopaedia, how it affects the eyes, and the Dune Encyclopaedia also makes other attempts to explain the melange's properties. Let's get straight into it. It is, as the Dune Encyclopaedia outlines, a complex biopolymer originating only on Arrakis, and amongst what it can do, one thing is interact with the various centres of the central nervous system, the immune system, and the deposition within the sclera of the eyes. The interaction with the central nervous system is mainly in the coelica center, and this controls space-time awareness. This, in most people, consists of a small number of cells in the central brain cortex, and Spice grows the number of cells that the person becomes aware of, letting that person be better at the space-time environment around them. And this action with the cells makes the spice addictive, and it also is clearly an attempt to explain some of the prescient abilities that people have and the awareness that they have as well. This can become severe when it's taken in excess, with as much as 2 grams each day per 70 kilometres of body weight, and the dangers of withdrawal are insanity and eventual death due to the breakdown of the cells in the central cortex, and when it breaks down, the effect on the other cells within the central nervous system. Research produced by the Bene Gesserit means women who can become reverend mothers have, as the book terms it, well-developed coelica cramps centres. One theory on this part of the coelica cramp centre is sex-linked, that Paul, for example, is a mutation, and this would also explain the powers developed in the Atreides over later generations. There is a precedent for this amongst guild steersmen who develop a highly developed coelica cramps centre. And the coelica cramp centre I keep referring to seems to be something I can't find online in terms of explaining what it actually is in real terms. So I'm just going to go with the idea that it is a theory based only within the Dune Encyclopaedia. And if you know different to that, then drop me a comment. Also, the lifespan of an addict can be increased by 2 to 4 times that of a normal human, with some variation for when the spice was first taken and the size of the dose that was taken. Something from the spice is absorbed into the person's bloodstream and interacts with the T cells of the immune system, making them immune to much of what ails a normal human. It also gives an immunity to common poisons, and later in fact refers to this in the first Dune novel. A big change the spice gives is the eyes of Ibad, or how an eye's shade, particularly in the Fremen, becomes blue. It's thought that part of the melange has an affinity for the stroma of the sclera. These are both parts of the eye. The melange may become entrapped within the eye due to the low level of water binding substances in the sclera and the blue pigment in the eye. Another benefit this gives, as posited by the Dune Encyclopaedia, is that the sun of Arrakis comes through that blue film over the eyes, is filtered there, and it increases people's vision capabilities. So now friends, I turn this over to you. What do you think to some of the suggestions here to explain some of the spice lore? Comment down below.